Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Tracy Ann Moore Grant. I am an attorney at law with Patterson Moore Butler in Forsyth County, Georgia. In addition to being an attorney, I'm also a mediator, an arbitrator, a guardian ad litem, and a parent coordinator. I'm also the founder of the Amicable Divorce Network in Georgia, which connects clients who are seeking a low conflict resolution to their divorce with the appropriate professionals who have been vetted for being amicable and resolution minded to help them through the process. Our network includes not just attorneys, but also mental health professionals, financial professionals, banking professionals, and more to help people through the process. And today I'm having a conversation with one of our members, Kathleen Shack. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist with Family Solutions Counseling in Alpharetta. And today we're going to be talking about discernment counseling. Discernment counseling is designed to help parties in a relationship to determine if they want to move forward with repairing their relationship or get a divorce. Kathleen, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us a little bit more about what your discernment counseling is and how it can help couples.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Tracy Ann. Discernment counseling is helpful for couples where at least one person is leaning out of the relationship and they're considering whether or not to get a divorce. And research has shown that 40% of couples regret getting a divorce. And so this is a really good process to help them slow that down, really think through the components of how did they get to this point in their relationship that divorce is even an option. And it helps them look at individually and together, are there improvements that could be made in couples counseling to build a new healthy relationship? Or after they look at all of the different variables, does it look like divorce or separation is the best option?
That's very good for people in my profession as a divorce attorney. What we never want is to be a part of that 40% where we've gotten couples a divorce that really didn't want one, and maybe there was a chance to save their marriage. I've certainly been in those situations where parties got remarried or at the end of the divorce were very upset and weren't quite ready that was the choice for them. So this is really good to know that it's an option. What does the process look like for couples that come to you?
So it is a process where I spend some time with each person individually, and we also have some together time. So when they would come in for their first appointment, the beginning of the session is just finding out how the relationship got to this point, if they have children, if that impacts their decision on whether to stay together or get divorced. And we have some other questions that we ask. And then we split into individual time because that way I can really honor and respect the position that each one of them is in. So the leaning out partner is respected and why they think that divorce might be the best option. And the leaning in partner is supported and how they want to recover the relationship and build a new healthy relationship. So with that individual time, we really process individually what could they each work on and help them understand where their partner is coming from. And then at each appointment, we decide, are we going to then schedule a follow-up appointment? So there's up to 5 appointments for clients because this is a brief, focused counseling where it's really about making a decision about the next steps, not necessarily taking the next steps yet.
That's really good to hear. That's resolution oriented, short term, because I imagine people get pretty emotional during the process. So it could be pretty difficult if it's drawn out over a period of time.
Right. And also the individual time really helps couples because it's not going to be a typical couples counseling session where they're coming in and feeling like they're arguing with each other or having to defend their position. They're just talking to me one-on-one, and then they switch places and I talk to their partner one-on-one. So it's really a free time and a safe space for them to truly explore all their options.
This is great. One thing that I'm thinking when I'm hearing you talk about this is how I imagine when couples go through this process, if they end up choosing divorce, they're probably going to divorce better. I imagine if this mutual decision was made, especially with children involved, the divorce process itself ends up being more respectful.
Right, because through this process, they're able to get some closure and really understand on a deeper level, where is my partner coming from? How have we gotten to this point? And so that does help them be more amicable when they're going through a divorce and look at some of the alternative dispute resolution processes instead of going straight to litigation and thinking it has to be a win-lose situation.
Gotcha. Yeah, we definitely see when parties come to us and they haven't had the opportunity to really work on those emotions and maybe haven't made a joint decision with the spouse, that they end up working through that through litigation
Mhm.
by asking formal discovery questions or holding depositions or having hearings. And all of those are very contentious and very expensive.
Right.
So if they can remove all of that and work on that before deciding for divorce, it makes an easier and cheaper divorce more peaceful and better for the family.
Right. And usually, if we get to that fifth appointment where they're making a decision, then I help them think through all the different alternative dispute options that they have and help give them some referrals of, these are some people that are going to help you maintain this in a healthy, mostly peaceful way to resolving this relationship. And then if they choose couples counseling, that's something that I can give them referrals for building a new relationship. And they also write up a contract if they're going to do couples counseling about what they're each individually going to work on. And they show that they're taking personal responsibility for how this relationship got to this point. And so they're not doing the finger pointing anymore. And they're really trying to make the best of the situation.
This is great, and it's really designed for the focus of the Amicable Divorce Network that we have, which is to focus on moving forward,
Mhm.
to moving forward with low conflict, making choices that are good for you as an individual and for your family, and partnering you with people who aren't engaged in the finger pointing. And so that is certainly something that's a really good fit for our mission. So I'm really glad to know that this is available and is available in our community in Georgia. So
Yeah.
if we have clients that are interested in discernment counseling, how can they get in touch with you?
They can go to my website, familysolutions.counseling.ga.com, and they can also send me an email or give me a call, 678-995-5638.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us today. If anybody has any follow-up questions about discernment counseling, you can reach out to Kathleen with the information that she provided. It's also on the graphic that's associated with this video. If you have any questions about the Amicable Divorce Network, you can reach out to me, Tracy Ann Moore Grant, and my email is tracy@amicableddivorcenetwork.com. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thanks, Kathleen.
Thank you.